Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing good, everyone's chilling. I'm doing pretty solid, I'm gonna be real with y'all. No, I'm doing horrible. I'll get into that in a second, though. Quick preface. I was looking at what completion marks I need to do, accidentally started a run of Tainted Azazel. I did want to do Tainted Azazel, so let's just continue, see what happens. As you can see, look at this. Fresh run. No damage. 3 seconds on the clock. Literally just started. So don't think I'm out here cheating y'all or anything. Anyways, hope you guys are doing good. I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. I am doing rancid, bro. For lack of a better term. It's awful. I got a unfortunate circumstance, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, me, someone who is, what's the word I'm thinking of? Work from home, had a small issue earlier wherein my internet went out. I tried to reset my modem. I was like, oh, you know, internet went out. Not the first time it's happened while at work. I'll be fine. I can just reset the modem. Everything's gonna be good. Unplug the router or modem router, whatever. Unplug it. Decided to wait 30 seconds. Plug it back in, and I'm like, perfect. I'm gonna be good. You know, it's gonna be fine. Then 5 minutes go by. All right, 5 full minutes go by. And I'm starting to realize, hey, wait a minute. My internet's not back yet. So I'm like, you know what? Might just be a little bit of a fluke. Let's try again. I unplug. I wait like 2 minutes. So I had to plug back in. A couple minutes pass by. Eagerly awaiting, staring at my phone. That's like the best indicator that I had readily available, is just stare at my phone and see, hey, anything on my phone lighting up? You know, any shooting here? Hey, this is lighting up. Oh, you got internet or nothing like that? Nope. Nothing's happening after a couple more minutes pass by. At this point, I'm gonna be real chill. I'm just like, well, shit. Nothing's working right now. I'm work from home. I'm kind of just like, all right, I gotta go call my ISP. You know, I'm just deciding, you know what? I gotta go call my ISP. I'll sort this out. Hopefully I'll be able to just get back to work kind of ASAP. Cause, you know, gotta reach that share. I gotta provide that shareholder value to the company I work for. You know what I mean? As they say, as one does in our world. So I'm deciding, all right, let me give my ISP a call, you know? Hopefully I'll be able to just call in, be like, look guys, I'm gonna be real. No, I don't want that actually. I think that kind of sucks for me. I'm like, you know what guys, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I kind of need my internet back. I'm a work from home guy, so would it be possible to hook your boy up maybe, you know, see what's up with my with my router? And I'm like checking online and it's like, no, your connection should be good, you know, there's nothing down in your area, everything should be fine. So part of me is extra confused, you feel me? I'm just kind of like, okay, you're telling me everything should be fine, yet it's not. So I'm a little just kind of worried. And so I'm deciding, you know what? I'm gonna just say, fuck it. I'm gonna just call the ISP. Everything's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be fine. I call them. It's a bitch to get the phone number to begin with. You know, if you know, you know. But trying to get the phone number for the specific ISP is just impossible. They suck. Because they suck. So I get the phone number and I'm like, all right, let me give them a call. Ring, ring, ring. Freaking AI picks up. mad annoying. It's just like, oh, whatever. I don't even give a damn. So I'm, you know, following the prompts on the automated system just to be like, yeah, you know, please get me connected to someone. I have a problem with my internet. Managed to get through, all right? I managed to finally, after trying for a bit, managed to actually push my way through to what sounds like, what feels like the right path. I'm like, okay, we can actually maybe get some real contact with like a human being or something. That's great. And it's like, your estimated wait time is above 20 minutes. And I'm like, all right. You know what, man? I've waited worse. I have unironically waited worse than above 20 minutes. Meanwhile, all of this going down, I'm currently packing up everything I can so I can go in, aka. So I'm just like, you know what? Whatevs. I'll just put I'll put my shit on speaker or whatever, you know what I mean? I'll put my thing on speaker so I'll be able to answer while I'm on the drive there. I'll connect it to the Bluetooth to my car or whatever. Why did he ricochet like that? That was illegal. Why do they bounce like that? Why are they allowed to? And then all of a sudden, bro, as I'm waiting, as it's like, your wait time is above 20 minutes, there's like a different AI tone voice checking in, and it's like, your wait time is between 29 minutes and 71 minutes. I'm gonna be so rude with you, I don't think I've been more upset, bro. You feel me? I don't know what it is when it comes to like the customer service in that aspect, but I feel like there's like, I'm not even joking, I feel like there's literally 0 companies out there that have any form of remotely decent customer service. At least when it comes to like calling in, you know? Because it's like, oh yeah, bro, we'll get back to you in, you know, an hour. Dog, your wait time is between 30 minutes to over an hour. And I'm just supposed to kind of be like, what the hell? You know what I mean? I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Now, I will say the guy who did provide me customer service, great dude. Don't know his name, but he was chill. He helped me, you know, goated. Nothing wrong with the customer service people, but it's just like what's the word I'm thinking of? You feel me? The wait. Why am I waiting like a fortnight, bro? Unironically, all right? I say fortnight as a joke, but unironically, like true. Why do I have to wait a fortnight in order to get a hold of a human being? It pisses me off, bro. It's just like, what's the point? You feel me? I was about to like, what's the deal with airline food bit for a second. Unironically, bro, it just got me like, what is the point? You know? Why, not why have customer service people, but like, why do you have customer service people, and yet I'm still gonna be waiting an entire hour just to even get a hold of a human being that can, you know, God willing, help me, because the freaking ISP decided to fire everyone and be like, oh yeah, let's just have our AI assistant help everyone with you know, our AI assistant that doesn't understand the concept of nuance. Let's have them help out people on these highly, you know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not nuancial is not a word. I'm about to make it one though. These situations where it's more than just unplug your modem, unplug your router. Did you do that? Oh, you fucking did? And it's not working? Oh my God. Don't even get me started on that, bro. I'm not even playing with y'all. There was a time when it asked me to unplug I was like fucking with the AI assistant or whatever. And it was like, okay, to service you, please stay on this page. Did you try making sure your coax cable was tightened? Yes, coax cable's good. We're fine on that end. Okay, great. Did you make sure your, see if I can get anything here. Did you make sure that your, power cable is fully inserted and plugged in and everything is fine? I'm like, yeah, everything's good on that end. And then it's like, okay, now, can you try unplugging your modem, unplugging your router, and plugging it back in. Did you try this? And I'm like, yes, I tried it. And I'm not even joking, bro. It hits you with the stupidest shit ever. It's like, okay, it can take up to 10 minutes to unplug. It can take up to 10 minutes for your modem to like come back online after unplugging it and plugging it back in. So go ahead and leave this page open for 10 minutes. We'll wait, by the way. You know, just not even will wait. You know, they're making me wait. Yeah, you could have unplugged and plugged it back in 30 minutes ago, but the AI assistant told you to do this, so now you gotta do this. Yeah, it could take up to 10 minutes for it to work, so go ahead and just wait on the line. Wait on this stupid chatbot for 10 minutes. And I'm not even joking, it literally is like, do not leave the page or this shit will not work. And it's like, are you kidding me, bro? Are we playing, dog? What are we doing? It's got me so, I can't even say unreasonably upset because I think it's reasonable. I'm gonna be real. I can't even say unreasonably upset because I think this is 100% reasonable to be upset at this. To be like, yeah, just wait here. You waste 10 minutes of your precious time in order for us to like potentially validate or whatever, to get you as far away from a human being as we can possibly, you know, keep you from. It's, oh my god, dude. I was unironically, I think, on the verge of losing it right then and there. I'm honestly, what happened next, I wasn't even like, what's the word I'm thinking of? I was upset, but it was like, I was like, whatever, you know, I expected this, low key. So I wasn't like pissed. I was just kind of like, I'm over it, you know? And that was, bro, all right? Like I said, I gotta go in. So I'm over here fucking driving away from home. And then the app is like, oh, sorry to inform you, but even though you weren't connected to the Wi-Fi to begin with, because if you try to use the app while connected to the Wi-Fi that doesn't have internet, it just literally doesn't work. And it's like, you know, you just got like a bricked app or whatever. So I'm like, all right, let me use my 5G. Let me go check here. Hey, look, it lets me do this. You know, I can troubleshoot my modem. As soon as I drove down the block, it was like, oh, we lost the connection to your modem. Please try again later. And I'm just like, you know what, bro? I don't even care. You know what I mean? A part of me was like, I don't even care anymore, bro. I could care less. But the fact that it made me wait 10 minutes and is like, oh, you better stay here for these 10 minutes. And because I gotta like drive, because I mean, I'm still on the clock. I gotta fucking work. I can't punch out or anything, considering you know, the internet is down. So I'm just like, all right. Let me, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh yeah. I can't do anything like that, so I'm like, all right, let me go in. Oh, guess what? While you went too far away from your modem. It makes sense, by the way. Like I said, it makes sense, but it still annoyed the hell out of me because in my mind I was thinking I should be good, right? I should be fine. But no. I drove too far away and they skinned me for it, bro. I dared to drive a block down the street and the ISP app just decided you're going to die today. Whatever, you know? I'm over it. So I'm just left to finally get back to work and just get some fucking work done, bro. And Lord Almighty, man, it was just unfortunate sequence of events. Apparently the internet restored itself after an hour, but I was already not home, you feel me? I was already not home. I managed to like get in and I was like still waiting on hold. with the ISP, and finally someone was there. That's when bro helped me out, and you know, bro was chill. I was like, hey man, look, appreciate it. Although I will say, I don't know how like legit this is. Maybe someone out there who works at like an ISP or whatever understands this a bit more than me, or understands ISPs a bit more than me. But I found it kind of crazy how like the way, I don't know if he fixed it this way, but essentially the way it was presented to me is like, hey, we're not getting any like signal from your router or whatever. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep sending signals to your router. You let me know when it works. I'm just like, I don't, you know, a part of me is like, there's no way it works like that, right? Like, he wasn't receiving a signal from my router, so the solution to like make sure it works again is just like, yeah, I'm gonna just keep sending signals over, and like if it clocks up, let me know. And I was like, sorry, I'm not home, so if you could just let me know, I'll just trust you, bro. You know what I mean? I don't even care. I'll just trust you, dog. You let me know if it says it's back online. Finally, he does let me know. Everything's all set. Everything's all nice and dandy. We're good, you know? Internet comes back. Unfortunately, I'm not home, but at that point, I'm over it. I'm just like, you know what, man? At least my mom will be able to use, you know, the internet on her phone. So, win-win, question mark. But just like, oh my God, dude, I don't think I've ever been more upset. It's just such a, not like a messed up situation, you know what I mean? I'm not going through like the 9 layers of hell of torture here. But it's, what's the word I'm thinking of? Just an overall inconvenience, especially for someone of the cloth, you know what I mean? Oh, are you playing with me, bro? Nah, that's illegal. I'm going to end it, dog. I don't know, man. You know, you feel me? I don't even freaking know, bro. Hope you guys are doing well. Honestly. I'm not even joking. That's like all I can truly say with the most sincerity is I just hope you guys are doing well, you know? No one likes having a little bit of a bad day. Bad days kind of suck. Oh, it's not even that bad of a day. I'm gonna be so real with you. It's more so just inconvenience for me and my job. So, unfortunate, but it's not like I said, it's not like I'm going through the pits of hell or anything. It was just bad circumstances. But still, I'd be lying if I didn't say it, you know, didn't at least have me somewhat like upset or like, man, this is frustrating. Frustrating. Definitely the word I'm thinking of. Don't know why I blanked on such a common word. Oh my God, you know what? Speaking of, I feel like we've had this discussion before, or I've at least yapped on something like this, but there's this stigma, you know, this thing where people believe that maybe not society as a whole, but this thing is like, oh, the younger generation's getting dumber or whatever, you know? The generation below me is actually worse off than me. That kind of sort of belief deal, whatever you want to call it, you know? And I don't necessarily agree. I'm of the opinion where it's like, I don't necessarily think, you know, Gen Alpha is like cooked or whatever. I don't think they're like mentally brain rotted or they're like the dumbest generation of all time or anything. You feel me? I do think there might be issues in the education system, especially considering the fact of the use of AI recently. But that's nothing on like that's not the generation, you know what I mean? That's like some random, not random, some innovation that challenges the curriculum put into place, you feel me? I don't like, it's not Gen Alpha personally invented this method of cheating. You feel me? They're just utilizing this insanely broken tool that was like given to them. Bro said broken. Bro said a broken tool like he was talking about freaking like meta, you know what I mean? I think I'm done for. I think mentally I might be cooked. We need to do boss rush, so I might as well. I feel like my brimstones do worse damage than regular Azazel, bro, even though I have like the infinite range going for me, you feel me? I don't know, I could be dumb. Maybe things should get a little bit easier considering I have, what's this called? Book of Belial helping me out for a bit there. We'll see, as the kids say. But yeah, as a whole, I'm gonna be real with y'all. As a whole, I don't think necessarily our generation is cooked or whatever. Our generation, younger generation, I don't think they're beyond saving, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think some of them low-key might be cooked, but I feel like that's every generation got some cooked individuals, you feel me? Some just like mentally kind of us. Never mind. You know what I mean? People who aren't exactly the smartest, you know, people in the bunch. Either I lost my bone heart or it's full. I'm going to pray it's full. Otherwise, we could be in deep shit health-wise. Not sure. But there is one thing that happened recently. One thing that I came into, I managed to come into contact with, alright? Now, I'm not gonna say what I saw here is like a, what's the word? A measure of intelligence, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that what I saw here is necessarily a real or tried and true measure of intelligence sort of deal. But I recently got a video in my feed. It was like some sort of, not training video, but it's like for people that are like, oh, you know, if you know these, this is a video. If you know and understand these 15 idioms, then your English is superb. So, the video was just going over many different idioms that are some commonly used, some I have never heard of. And it's just like, hey, if you know these idioms, it's like literally a video that's kind of like a quiz. If you know these idioms, brother, your English might be pretty solid. You know, you might be standing on business with your English. And I got 12 out of 15 on the little quiz. It was like 3 bunches of 5. All right, we had 5 easy idioms, 5 medium idioms, and then 5 hard idioms. I got 12 out of 15. You're not gonna believe it. One of them came from the easy section. I think it was literally one in each section I was not familiar with. But at the end of it all, I had 12 out of 15, and I was like, hey, my English might not be superb. Honestly, I just blame it in the fact that I've never heard of some of these. But a lot of the idioms, I'm pretty tapped in with that. But then I saw the comments, alright? I'm gonna be so real with you. I saw some of the comments and they had me worried, bro. Alright? The first time Tony is genuinely worried for the, like, not the national IQ, because that's definitely not the term I'm speaking out here. But what's the word I'm thinking of? the intelligence of, I guess, the average viewer of the video or whatever. Because one of the first comments I saw, it was the first comment and it was like the highest liked comment. And it was, "You lost me at idioms," like wilted rose emoji. And I'm just like, bro, what do you mean lost you at idioms, dog? You're like, have you never heard of an idiom? You, like, was this not taught, you know? And I was just like, there's no way. You feel me? A part of me was just like, nah, this dude's fucking around, you know? This is rage bait. I've come to the conclusion, if I see a piece of media or something that I do not like on the internet, it is now classified as rage bait. Its sole purpose is to get you upset for the sake of engagement. Do not interact. And just leave it at that, you feel me? A part of me was thinking like, nah, this gotta be rage bait, bro, you feel me? No way that people don't know what idioms are, you feel me? But then, I kept seeing more comments and stuff, bro. And I'm gonna be so real with you. It just left me feeling down. Genuine, you know? OSRS on some real shit. Old school RuneScape. That might be the worst bit of damage I've seen in a bit. Thankfully, it didn't actually do damage because I dodged. But I just straight up walked into a stray tier about to slime me out. I'm not even playing, bro. There were more comments. Hold on. I don't know if I can find the video right now, but there were more comments that had me like, nah, bro. What do you mean? You feel me? What do you mean? Let me see if I can find the video. Hold on. I saw it not too long ago. Should be in my watch history. Come on. Or at least liked. I must have liked the video at least, right? Because of the fact that I was decent at it. I don't know, y'all. I might have lost it. Guys, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I might have lost the video. Wait, hold on. I have a better idea. Instead of just looking through my history, why don't I just type 15 idioms and see if that video don't just come up off rip. Watch this, all right? Well, the master at work of using the search bar. Found it instantly. All right. If you know these 15 idioms, your English is superb. You lost me at idioms. It's just like, I won't lie, I overestimated my English. I don't think idioms are a good indicator of linguistic proficiency. It low-key, hold on. Never mind. I was gonna be, I'm gonna say it. Low-key, bro just threw in the word linguistic proficiency to try and, like, add on to it. You feel me? You know what I mean? He was like, y'all not like me, bro. I'm nothing like y'all. Fish jumping out of the fishbowl fucking picture. I'm nothing like y'all. My English is superb. All right. He did claim to get all 15 though. I have no reason to, honestly, I'm gonna just start believing people. I have no reason to doubt him. So yeah, let's just say he did it. I'm cooked, by the way. I don't know if y'all noticed. I'm done. I'm just dead. Okay, hold on. Nope. The fool. I'm not doing that. I don't know what kind of fool you take me for to think I would engage in such obvious rage bait. That is that room. I wish I knew what idiom mean. Plain English. Fuck you, dude. Your ricochet pisses me off. Plain English. I wish I knew what idiom mean, bro. Picture of edited photo of JD Vance attached. You know the ones I'm talking about. Look, I am by no means, by the way, just need to clarify, I am by no means a measure of like an intelligent human being or whatever. I'm pretty fucking dumb. You hear the way I talk. I'm aware, trust me, I'm well aware. You hear the way I talk. All right? But this gotta be rage bait, you feel me? This gotta be rage bait. This is, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Anyways, I lost, my bad. Want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.